Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to section 3.3 entitled Online Banking. In this section, there is the vocab that you need to know for what we're talking about today. So, Merry Christmas, Happy New Year to yourself. You don't got to write any new words. Okay, everything with online banking we've covered before. It's just meaning you do stuff online. So when you go shopping online for whatever it is that you need, that you saw on Pinterest or whatever, that's what we're doing here. Okay, so the example we're going to talk about today really deals with the idea of being aware of what you may or may not need from different examples. Okay, so what you start off with is you start off with $67 in your checking account. So we start off with $67. Okay, and you deposit $728 into your account. So whether you got paid or however that works, so you deposit in $728, and then they have some different examples here. You use your debit card for two different purchases, 36.90 and 112.85. So we talked about this in 3.2. When you use your debit card, that subtracts out values. So we got 36.90, and then we also subtract out 112.85. All right, and then you also write checks for 270.00 and another check for $15. So you subtract both of those out, and then here are your online purchases. This is the new wrinkle compared to what we've been doing normally. So we're going to subtract out $128. We're also going to subtract out $89.29. We also subtract out $45.50. Okay, so one of the ideas that your book may ask is, okay, what's the new balance after all of these transactions? So you add these together and then you start subtracting out all of these, and if you do that, you get an answer of $97.52. Okay, so half of the assignment will ask you to figure out this new balance. Here it is, and then they'll ask you to stop. Okay, so that would be half of your assignment. But now you look down here, it says after all of these transactions, will you have more than $200 in your checking account? If not, how much do you need to transfer to get to 200? Okay, so we look here. Well, Mr. Denner, that's not more than $200, so we don't have more than 200. So we don't have more than $200, but we got to figure out, okay, how much do I need to transfer? And this transfer you'd probably take from your savings account. So what we're going to do is we're going to take $200 and we're going to subtract out $97.52, because that's going to tell us how much we'll need to transfer. And when you do that, you get an answer of $102.48. It's a terrible 8, so there's the better, halfway looking better 8. So this is how much to transfer here. Okay, so your book may ask, say, okay, is it more than 100? Or is it more than 300? Or, something of that extent. In this case, we picked the value of 200. We do all of our transactions that we've been doing, 3.1 and 3.2, gets this value. Sometimes they'll ask for this and you'll stop. Other times you got to compare. If this value was more than $200, then you don't need to transfer anything. Okay, so that is section 3.3 in a nutshell. If you have any questions, please let me know.